Hi, today we're going to explore a tool called Screencast-o-matic. Screencast-o-matic allows you to make screencasts from your computer. And a screencast is simply capturing your computer monitor and what you're doing on that monitor, making a video out of it. It's generally done with a voiceover. Some people will put music over it instead. But it's a great tool for creating instructional videos. Now, I'm actually using a different tool to make this video, which is also a good tool. We'll talk about that at another time. But I've got to do that simply because I can't download and install Screencast-o-matic while using Screencast-o-matic. So let's get started. To begin with, you can do a simple search, Screencast-o-matic. You can see I've searched for it before. And one of these first two links will take you right there. Once you arrive at the site, notice the Screencast-o-matic, the address itself is screencast-o-matic.com. It comes with free and paid versions, and it can be installed on Macs or PCs. The free version gives you a lot of functionality. The drawback is you're going to get a little watermark in the corner that says Screencast-o-matic, so if you're not paying for it, you have to stay with that. You have to keep that watermark on there. And the paid version, which is very inexpensive for a year actually, gives you extra things like the ability to make longer videos and the editing tools. It gives you access to some editing tools that help you with the video. So it's worth considering, but I would recommend starting out by working with that free version and seeing if you like the tool. Okay, once you get to the page, there's going to be a button that says Start Recording for Free. So I'm going to click on that. And it'll bring you to a screen. It tells you it's available for Chromebook, Mac, and Windows. So if your district is using Chromebooks, this is a great option. And there'll be a button here for Launch Free Recorder. You want to click that. It will tell you that it's going to download a file onto your computer. And mine, because I've already downloaded it, I got this message up here. And it will also tell you that if it doesn't start, you can just click download and you can see that the web launcher is here, but I'll go through the process again. So it'll download to your computer. Once it completes, you want to open it up. And it will go through an install process. Mine did not because it's been previously installed on my machine, but the typical process where the window opens, it asks for your approval, and you can see the progress of the install. At that point, you can open up Screencast-o-matic, and I'd like to just go through the basic settings here in this video, and then we can move to Screencast-o-matic actually to make the future videos. Okay, so the first option you have here is what to record. You can see that right now I'm recording the entire screen, or I would be recording the screen if I hit the record button. You can also click webcam. Now, it's not going to work for me. This particular computer I'm using doesn't have a webcam on it, but if you did, it would just switch to the webcam and you'd be recording whatever was in view of that camera. And generally it's you. You're sitting in front of it. So generally it's going to be you, but you can alter that. I mean, you can turn it the other way. If you've got a certain type of device, you could flip that around and use it to record other things. And if you click the both button, again, not functional for me because I don't have a webcam on this computer, you're going to get the screen, and over here in the corner, you're going to get a small image of yourself or whichever being recorded by the webcam. Okay, you have a max time setting. Okay, you can set that. I don't know if it's really necessary, especially with the Pro version, but that's an option for you. Again, this max time, I'm seeing it because I do subscribe to the Pro version. You're just going to be limited to 15 minutes in your video. And frankly, 15 minutes is very adequate. Generally, you want to make short videos. People are more receptive to them. Okay, on the size, you have some choices. You can simply say that you want this in a 480 width, and that's a standard size for like a YouTube video, a 720. You can go full screen, which is what I'm doing now and which I often do, or you can go with the active window. What the active window means is if I'd opened a second tab, let's just go here and let's just say that that tab was not full screen. And once I'm clicked on here, if I choose full screen, I'm going to get everything here. If I choose active window, I'm going to get this particular video right here of the smaller screen. Okay, narration. This is important. We can click here. This allows you to select the microphone. Now you've got to be careful, especially if you're working on a Chromebook or a laptop. Right now I'm using a headset, and I do that to reduce the background noise that might be picked up otherwise. If you're not using a headset, it'll just use the default microphone on the device, so on the Chromebook or on the laptop, etc. And you might want to come in here and check to see which device you're using. So if I was recording and this was set to default microphone, it would just sound a little further away. There might be some more ambient noise, etc. Okay, if you do click on a device itself or double click, it's going to allow you to come in here and adjust your microphone volume. So if I say auto adjust volume here, and I keep talking, it'll take a couple of seconds. Let's give it a try. I'm going to take a couple of seconds. It's going to adjust my microphone volume. So I keep talking in the level that I would like to use for my video. And then you'll see here, it tells me at a certain point that the microphone is adjusted. Hopefully I didn't change the volume too much for this particular recording. You also have a record button down here, and this would allow you to record your voice and play it back so you could hear it. I'm going to say OK here. And computer audio, if you click on here and I go to say yes, it's going to say that I can't generally. I mean, I can because I've got the Pro version, but generally it's going to say basically that you can't record the sounds coming from your computer. So if you're playing a game, or if there's music, if you're playing a YouTube video and you hear the music in the background, that won't be recorded. Only the microphone itself, unless you have the Pro version. There are also some preferences down here. Okay, this is a keyboard shortcut where you can pause the video. So if you want to stop the video in the middle and reorganize yourself and continue, you can set this to a hotkey. Right now it's Control-Z. You can set it to none, or you can set up your own. This is webcam big hotkey. This is to change the size. And you can see there's a series of them. I'm not going to go through all of them, but to mark your timeline, to put a marker on it. The countdown, do you want that 3, 2, 1 countdown before you begin? And that's a good idea. It gives you a little time to get set. Where the toolbar is appears if you want to see the webcam preview as you're recording or whether you don't. And you know, some other things you can check these out. Generally, in a lot of cases, people just leave them at the default settings and often don't use them. It's a good thing to know they're here if you want to. So there you go. Now down at the bottom, this gear will hide or show this particular screen. If I close the X, all it's doing is putting away the tools. This is an edit tool where you can draw right on your screen, and that's going to be available in Pro. So if I wanted to circle something on the screen, etc., I could just do that. See, there's the countdown. Okay, and once you do start a recording, the toolbar changes a little bit, and it's going to show you here. Now, I didn't let it actually start recording, so it's still at 0. But if I did click this, you'd see it start to count through, show you how much time you have in your recording. Again, tool is here. You can throw this away. You can delete everything from the beginning, or you can mark it as done. Now, I'll come back in the next video. We'll take a look at actually using the tool and some good techniques for using the tool, some efficient ways to use it and get a decent video.